is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Al in Tampa. Hey, Al, what's going on?
Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, if your listeners don't get the gold report, they're missing out. I mean, with your gold report, you just printing money. I love it.
You're my best ad out there, Al. Let's go to Jeff in New Jersey. Hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Great. Hey, listen, I was calling to thank you. A few weeks ago, you were prompting on your show to fill out that $10,000 grant.
Yes.
So I filled it out, and just a couple days ago, I found $1,000 in my business checking account.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
And I owe it to you, because if it wasn't for your prompting, I would have just assumed, no way I would have gotten anything. So I wanted to thank you.
No, we appreciate you growling a problem with us here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Wow! We'll get that growl going today, folks. Why not? Quite a market. Always love those interests. S&P's up by 27 points. We got a market on fire, folks. It's not stopping. S&P's up by 0.4%. Thanks so much for tuning in to kick off your afternoon right here at TFNN. And we got markets green right now with the S&P's record prices at 69.35, up by 0.4%. NASDAQ 100. How about it? Now, NVIDIA's approaching $5 trillion, folks. $5 trillion. Yeah, Apple and Microsoft getting a lot of attention as they're flirting with the 4 trillion mark, but we have the NASDAQ 100 up by 0.9%, 26,199. The Dow up by 0.6%. We eclipsed 48,000 briefly. We're back under that number, 47,985. And the Russell lagging off by 0.5%. You jump to yields. So the Fed is in focus. Tomorrow, a decision. All but certain the market is that they'll cut by 25 basis points. We get the 4-year at 4.98. You jump over to the dollar 98.65 right now. After the bell today, folks, you kick off the big tech earnings. Meta and Google. Okay, Meta shares up by 0.2%. Google shares quite a run. Pre-market to 272. That's an all-time high open. All-time high open. We're trading right now negative by 0.4%. So Meta and Google after the bell today. Microsoft, as I mentioned, they have their numbers tomorrow. Make sure I'm not getting anything to do with the air. And when you jump over to it, there's the headline to kick things off. OpenAI completes the for-profit transition, pushing Microsoft above that $4 trillion valuation. Now, let's see where we are right now. I think you're just over it for Microsoft. 4.04 trillion for Microsoft. You jump over to Apple shares. Now, we've been here before in terms of these companies hitting it. Apple shares. Did we hit it yet? 3.996. Yeah, we probably did. We're close enough. We're just off the highs. Apple shares. So Apple and Microsoft hit 4 trillion and NVIDIA. My goodness, it's not stopping. Look at this as I go on the air. Now, folks, NVIDIA has approximately 25 billion shares outstanding. I think it's 24 and change. 24.347 billion shares outstanding, okay? The stock's up $10. 250 billion in market cap added today alone, and we might hit it while we're on the air, folks. We only need $4. $4 is all we need to get a $5 trillion company. Whew. Look at this run today alone. My goodness, we put this thing on a weekly. NVIDIA. Let's check out the volume. It is not stopping. Now, this is a weekly. We're only in Tuesday. Let's check out the daily. Yeah, it's going to be a big number today. That's a monthly, excuse me. Yeah, look at that number. There it is. Nope, that's a 4-hour. I'll get there. There we go. 218 million shares already today. That's how you like to break highs. And look at this. So the highs out here, it's going to probably do it. You get this huge pullback from October 10th. 268 million shares. Okay, that's the high. And today you might do it. Do you know how hard it is to break that high and to do it with volume when you do 270 million shares. And today they might do it. You're at 219 million, and we got almost a full hour trading, and you're up by 5.2% for NVIDIA shares. Whew. And Microsoft. All right, so the deal with OpenAI. Microsoft, they own 27% of the new public benefit corporation that's owned within part of the ownership of the nonprofit. The nonprofit, the conversion will grant, yeah, it's a similar stake for OpenAI. Let's see where that number is. Yeah, the conversion will grant OpenAI's nonprofit parent a stake worth $130 billion, with the ability to get more ownership as the for-profit becomes more valuable. So that's the deal that kicks it off, and that's one variable taken out of the equation, and Microsoft shares spiked to 557. We're at 544. Big numbers, man. And NVIDIA. Whew. So what do we got to get to? We got to get to about... Look at this. It's not stopping. We might get there. You only need, what, 85 billion. That's $3.50. So call it $4 and change. 205 and change gets you to a $5 trillion company. It's not hard to do when you're adding $250 billion a day. Quite a run. All right, let's jump over to gold. Gold, we drive down to 39.01 in the pre-market. We've saved itself a bit. You're down by 1.3%. You check out the volume on a daily basis. We got some selling going on, folks. Okay, last week we had some selling. Yesterday we had some selling. And you're going to have a day that breaks yesterday's with some volume. So I don't think the volatility to the downside is stopping just yet. We'll see. We're going to talk to our man Basil Chapman coming up after the first break. We'll talk to our man Tim Ward at 3:30 as well. But gold in focus off by another $52 on Tuesday trading. Silver holding up a little bit better. All right, look at the weekly on silver. You make that high, you do it with volume. Silver's got some selling on those red days as well, though. Selling off the top, selling on the acceleration a week ago. And we're bouncing on a little bit lighter volume. Platinum up about $4. Look at platinum on the intraday basis. How's that for you? Down to 1,500, and we're back to 1,588. Talk about some volatility this morning. You jump over to crude. Right at $60 to the penny right now on crude. Lower prices off of $1.31 right now. And Amazon up by 1.5%. We jump over to some of the other movers today. UPS out with their numbers. They got layoffs. The market likes it. Up by 7.4% for UPS right now. Look at PayPal giving it back. So PayPal, they're going to be one of the first companies, not one of, they're going to be the first company intertwined right into ChatGPT. They beat their numbers, they trade higher, but boy, story of expectations, I guess. Quite the give back. Trade right to the top of that range. All right, folks, we got markets making records across the board right now. We got NVIDIA pushing $5 trillion. We're coming back with our man Basil Chapman. Don't go away.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tighter Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. S&P's up by 28 points. NASDAQ 100, we're up by 0.9%, 237 points. And right now, folks, as we do each and every Tuesday at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to jump over to our man, Basil Chapman. Folks, you can check out Basil's outstanding program, the Tiger Technicians Hour, every trading morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on Tiger TV at TFNN. And right on the front page at TFNN.com, folks, you'll see his opening call newsletter. Outstanding newsletter, folks. You can get this by signing up right here. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Basil's got updates every single morning. And as we talk about, he puts out videos every weekend, folks. It could be a whole webinar itself, almost hour-long, $149 a month. It comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you do gain access to some great webinars as well. Basil Chapman, good afternoon.
Hi there, Tommy. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm seeing green all over the board on this market today, Basil. Quite the market indeed. I'm doing well, though. How about you?
Sherwin Williams
right?
Green paint, right?
You got it. I mean, it is something else, man. The video, we might see $5 trillion while we're talking, Basil, on the video. This market is something else. But what do you think as we're seeing records in some of these equities, big week of earnings? But please, what are you seeing?
Well, the core concept of the Chapman wave is to identify a low bar and count each successively higher peak. Excuse me. Alphabetize them, uppercase A, B, C, D, E, F, G on the way up, lowercase on the way down. If it gets to an A and then passes it and goes to a B, very often you get an upgrade of the buy signal and it goes to a buy mode. The implication is it should go to at least 4 higher peaks, a peak D. What does that mean to us? Well, look at this. You've got 45,452 as the low that was made back in early October. Went to peak A, went to peak B, broke out of this inside track repellent zone, and that's I'm going to be moving up. I can do it right now, actually, for tomorrow. And that's the inside track. It broke out of it. Now it's got a new one, and it's even broken out of the new one. And it's gone to a leg C. What do I anticipate? A peak C in the next couple of days, and then a leg D, and then we have to decipher what's going on. Do we start to look at a pullback? Is this going to be an instant restart with a move to the upside? At peak D, that's where we reassess everything. But look at the weekly chart. Leg C in the Dow, inside track repellent zone right there being tested. And that to me is really important. So we remain long core position, long in the Dow. And what's really fascinating to me is that actually I should just show you this right now because this is live. This puts the whole thing to a test. So you've got a 10-minute chart with a peak C. Here's the E-mini right now. Is there a chance that in this next move up, we get to a leg D? That would be the anticipation. We did it once earlier on at about 9:30 this morning, pull back. So this is what we look at, and all you can do is follow the chart. Look, in this case, the 10-minute chart is a 9-period moving average that is strong, way over the 14-period moving average. Let's go to the Dow. The 9-period moving average, there it is way over the 14. Look at the S&P, leg C. Same thing. Look, the 9's over the 14. Look at the QQQ, leg C, same thing. So I'm anticipating we've got higher highs to come in the very short term. The weekly charts are still fantastic. And I keep talking about these monthly charts. If it's almost impossible to actually articulate it. The April low, if that April low was the first leg up in the monthly charts, all of the monthly charts of the key indices, and we should get to 4 higher peaks. That's the Chapman wave methodology. This is a buy mode in one leg. It means that we should make a peak D sometime in 2026, and it can't be before June. If every other month has a higher high, which is, it never happens in monthly charts. So it's really quite, I'm just looking at it and say, wow. But here's something that one cannot, you cannot ignore. The pullback could be anything, as long as it doesn't take out the low. That's the starting point back in April. I don't think it's going to do that. So you could get a couple of months. You could get a very sharp pullback all in one. So I'm just saying at this particular time, everything looks positive, and we remain positive. We have stocks, we have positions that are at all-time highs as we speak. That's the Dow, the AIQ. We still have some left. This is the Global X Artificial Intelligence ETF, and I can go through a bunch of others. But what I've started to do for subscribers, and also I like to have price points that are in the single digits, in the double digits, in the triple digits. It really depends on whether I can find something that is in the right area, but is much lower price than, say, for instance, instead of JP Morgan, a long time ago, I chose Bank of America. I said it should have a really good run. It's made all-time highs, and it might lag, but it could give a really good percentage. So I'm trying to find those kind of positions. So we've got 3 new positions in areas. I mentioned this a little while ago, that we had started a position in real. This is the Real company, REAL. We got in at $8.30 in September, and here it is over 54% higher, and it's just about to bump into that inside track. Remember, I showed it to you a little earlier on the Dow, the inside track repellent zone, but this is still only a leg C. As online resale of authentic luxury goods. Then we did start a position because I think the cyclical stocks are going to the deep cyclicals are going to start moving. So because aluminum is very much part of the, if General Motors breaks out like this, it surely should be helped and help the aluminum company. So we went long Alcoa just recently at 36.20, popped to 41.24, and it's holding pretty nicely here. I've got a couple of charts that I can show you. This is the monthly chart. It's gone to our first target, which was right here, which is at, I think it was 40.62. So it went above that. And if it can get into the 40, if it can get anywhere into the 43.50 area, then this ugly candle from December of 2024 with a high of 44.11 and a low, 44.74 and a low of 38.51, that becomes our next target. So I'm trying to roll into areas that are different. We've had some really exciting stocks like Iran, which is in the this is in the GPUs. It's gone from the 22s up into the 60s. We've got a number of stocks like that. But at the same time, I think it's time to be looking elsewhere to see if we can go into areas that are the old traditional, maybe the more secular type of move, and at the same time, also the cyclical and the deep cyclical aluminum is in that category. So I am looking around to say, we're getting a little bit overexcited in some of the areas that need to take a bit of a breather start looking elsewhere. And we have taken lots of profits from the gold and silver positions that we have because we anticipated there'd be some kind of a pullback. Not getting out of it completely because it's still, it hasn't broken serious support, either gold or silver. I'd like to still have something in there, but and the Bitcoin has been very choppy. I've spoken about this on my show many times. I said that the high that was made back in early October, 127,240. I think that's going to stay for a little while. I don't see it breaking down, but I do see it having a tough time, and that's kind of what we've seen. So I'm being very selective here, and I'm looking at different price points that my subscribers can get into.
Well, some great trades, Basil, and folks, you heard it. He's got 3 new ones in there, among many others, but you want to check them out yourself, go check out the opening call right in the front page. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, and yeah, those monthly charts, man, this run from April. Basil, we got like 7 seconds, but that run from April, the S&Ps, is the same amount of S&Ps the entire S&P was at in like 2016. How about
That's
that?
amazing.
Like 2,100 points.
Tommy,
amazing.
This is live.
Basil.
We just got our leg D in the 10-minute chart.
There you go. Folks, check it out. Basil Chapman, the opening call. Basil, thanks so much. We look forward to the show tomorrow, man.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Have a good evening.
Have a great night. We'll be right back, folks.
One simple answer, the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tom O'Brien Show is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome Welcome back, folks. S&P's up by 32 points, and yeah, NVIDIA. So we keep going, folks. We're at about 4.92 trillion, and I'm fairly certain the number is at 205.37. We're $3 away from a $5 trillion company. Remarkable. And as I was mentioning with Basil, and so yeah, these charts on a monthly basis, let's just put it on a monthly, okay? It's a one-way trip, folks, right? Look at those lows. It is a one-way trip of green bars on a monthly basis higher. Now, what's remarkable here is, okay, this run from the lows of 48.32, we're now 2,108 points above there. 2,108 points above that level, which is what this market has gained in 6 months over that period of time, okay? And over that period of time, it's the same amount of the entire market as when we came in to the election in 2016. And I bring that up, 2,100. There it is, okay? Right at that point, we had some volatility in November with the election with Trump. You drive down to 2028, we're high at 2,200. Meanwhile, the S&P was at 600 in the crisis, okay? Yeah, but it's the entire value of the entire market in 2016 is what we just gained in 6 months without looking back. So in that context, yeah, what makes you say that it's going to roll over just yet? Now, expectations are sky high, but boy, a day like today, I mean, they got deals they're talking about in the den, deals everywhere in that Tiger's Den. And I think I'm just waiting for you, making sure, Al. Are we trying to get Tim on the line and we haven't heard from him? I had texted you, but I haven't heard from him. Let me know if he's available, okay? All right. We have Tim. Perfect. Just like that. Folks, we're going to jump over to our man Tim Ord. We talk to Tim every Tuesday and Thursday at 30 past the hour. You can check out Tim's website, ord-oracle.com. Check that out. And don't forget, he's got a couple of great webinars right at TFNN.com under the Services tab. The Secret Science of Market Tops, how to identify market tops, and the 6 secret ratios every trader should know. And we talk about some of those ratios here when we talk to Tim. Tim Ord, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So anyhow, let's get right to it. So,
okay.
Actually, I've been kind of bearish. I was looking for the 10-day trend to get up 1.2, or at least a 5-day. It turns out the 2 and 3-day trend readings of 1.2 or higher are actually have worked really good over the last several months. And I've been kind of fighting the market here. And anyhow, it's the shaded area right here is when that's where all the trend readings are above 1.2, and back at this level here, around 670, give or take, we had 3 of those trend readings right around that 1.2 range. So that becomes a support area, and so all these pink areas I have listed here, this one here, and actually this one back here, had trend readings, at least several of them, in that range, and that suggests support. My point is that the market has been bullish here, and I've been kind of avoiding it. I still think on a short-term basis we are going to pull back. If you notice, the VIX up today, and also the S&Ps are up. That's kind of a bearish sign on a short-term basis. And yesterday we closed above the upper Bollinger Band, and today, right now, we're up above the Bollinger Band. So I'm looking we're going to get a pullback into that support area before we go higher. And previous times where those pink areas and other support areas, they were tested. They were tested right here. They had a couple of tests back here and another test there. So I'm thinking we pull back, find support, and we go up. Seasonality really starts to turn bullish November and December, and I really want to find a place to get long, but I think that 5 or 670 area is still a possibility. Here's that trend reading. The bottom window is the 3-day average. The next window up is the 2-day average. And I listed those times when those both those trend readings got the 2 and 3-day moving average of the trend got above 1.2, and I highlighted that in the shaded pink areas. If you take that up to the S&P, this is the SPY up here. They come in pretty close to right smack at support area, so it should be following that. But I still think we got a good chance to get down to 670. It's only got 2 more, or actually today's Tuesday, we got 4 more days to go, or actually 3 more days to go if we get into that 670 area, I'll be a buyer because I already know that support because that's where panic happened in the past. So, having said that, I'm bullish, but I'm not long yet. I still think there's a good chance for pullback. Let's take a look at the gold issues. I think the gold issues are actually close to a buy area. The reason why I'm kind of hurrying along here, I got a bunch of charts today. I think I have 10 charts. So to cover them all, we kind of have a get back to the other chart. Anyhow, the middle window is the bullish percent index / GDX, so it's the ratio. And then this chart goes back to 2009. And the top window is a 10 period RSI for that ratio. And for some reason, it works really well. So we had one failure back in 2013. That's when the market was really going down steeply. But since then, they picked out, at least at a minimum, a sideways market. The market went sideways there a little bit, went kind of sideways there, but most of it went sideways 2016. So at minimum, we're going to go sideways here. But I think what's going to happen is the trading range, we're 70 area, which we're pretty much right at right now, and we got an RSI, anything below minus 25 is bullish. We're coming in about 20 right now, or 19 and change. And so we're looking at the lows, I think, right now. But I don't think we're going to have an extended rally to the upside. What I think is probably going to happen is this. Today we're drawing a bullish engulfing pattern. And the market tried to test yesterday's low, didn't quite get there. So I'm thinking this is a 3-gap play to the downside, and this is the area right here is the last gap, and we kind of had high volume yesterday, so I was assuming that today was going to be a test of yesterday's low, and that turned out to be the case. And now we're rallying, drawing a bullish engulfing, and 3 gaps to the play is a candlestick pattern that predicts once on the 3rd gap, the market will reverse and go back up and test the 1st gap. Well, we're back on, according to this indicator, we're at a buy signal because the RSI is below 25. I go back to this indicator, we have a bullish engulfing. We had 3 gaps down to that 70 area, and we're probably going to rally back up to the 1st gap. Well, the 1st gap comes in around 84. So I'm thinking we're going to go up, and I think that's going to stop the market. It's going to come back down again and go back up. So I think we're going to flip sideways here. So
okay, we're going to come back, folks. We're going to finish the conversation with our man Tim Ward. We're talking the GDX. We're talking some gold. And we got gold right now. Yeah, chopping around markets in the green. We're coming back with Tim, folks. Stay tuned. If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors. For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. S&P's up by 22, NASDAQ 100 up by 224. Yeah, NVIDIA makes a run all the way up to 203 and change, 205 and change, puts it at $5 trillion. We're talking to our man Tim Ord. Don't forget, folks, you can reach Tim at his website, ord-oracle.com, and those two great webinars he's got at tfnn.com right under the services tab. All right, Tim, keep going. We're talking some gold. I see that GDX still.
All right. Yeah, it's a 3-gap play to the downside. I think we go back to 84. And the reason why I don't think it's the top is because this chart here, this is initiation off of a bottom. We had the thing in 2016. We reached, this is the highest reading. We actually reached 32. The other ones came a little bit short. I think one was around 28 and change. The other one's 29. We reached over 32 on this one. But anyhow, this is initiation uptrend. So you can have, you can't quite tell because this chart's so big, but the market can flip sideways for several weeks and just keep on, then go up higher. As a matter of fact, when it kind of sideways there, this decline right there, that's the COVID crash. If that didn't happen, it would probably just kept going up. But I'm thinking that we're in the early stages of a major move up. I think we got months, if not years, to go. But anyhow, this shows strength. What the chart is an up-down volume, a 50-day average of the up-down volume on the stocks inside GDX. It's an ETF. And so that was a big push off the bottom. And so, I think, we are going into a mild consolidation where it probably will trade between 70 and 84. But once that consolidation is complete, we're going to go on to new highs. So when's the next rally start? It could start, I don't know, a month from now, maybe 2 months from now, don't know. But in general, we are still going to work higher. So a lot of people have asked me, what good stocks to buy? And there are a lot of them out there, but this is CDE. This is not a good buy anymore. But I want to show a good setup for you, for the listeners, to look at stocks and how to actually pick them out and majority of the time come out winners. And so I'm a big fan of volume. I'm also a big fan, you start with the monthly chart and you work backwards. You look at the monthly charts first. If they're in the bullish configuration, then you look at the weeklies. The weeklies are bullish configurations, and then you try to get long and, maybe signal into the dailies. But this is, you go straight to the monthlies and you figure out, this CDE is not a good buy, but I wanted to point out that, where's my... for some reason, my tool dropped off here. And let me get it back on. Okay, there it is. But, it was a buy back here. We didn't have a huge sign of strength through the mid-Bollinger Band, but it did give a decent buy signal. Volume wasn't great, but it worked out as long as that the CDE stayed above the mid-Bollinger Band on the monthly time frame. You would have stayed long. And once it got above 100% above the upper Bollinger Band, which last month it did, and we're actually up there again. It's usually the market's extended. It's not really a long-term top. It's gone up too fast, too quickly, and it's due for a rest. And so I'm thinking CD is going to start moving, sideways. Probably do some trading range similar to what GDX I think is going to do, from 70 to 84, back down to 70, possibly back up to 84. But anyhow, here's the one I personally bought. This is ideal, what you want to look for. This is a monthly Bico Sun Mining. This is a monthly chart, and you don't do anything until you get a sign of strength, which is basically a big price volume spike above the mid-Bollinger Band, and that's your signal to get in. And back in, so it got about a nickel. So it is probably in, looks like maybe November, December of last year, you got the buy signal. And right now it's actually still on a buy signal. You got a little extended here where you got above the mid-Bollinger Band quite a bit. It's due for consolidation, but it hasn't really extended itself too much yet. So it hasn't seen a parabolic move like CDE has. It's gone parabolics way above the upper Bollinger Band on the monthly time frame. This one hasn't. So even though you're in consolidations, I still expect it to go higher. Usually ending moves are kind of parabolic, and we're not into that yet for this one. So you're in for a nickel. You're up around, looks like about 20 cents right now, and I don't see a reason to get long, or I don't see a reason to get out. Here's another one that I bought. Actually, I bought this a little bit cheaper, but it's the same thing. If you notice, you have a sign of strength. That's a huge volume spike. It looks like about 15 million shares. And it's through the mid-Bollinger Band. That's your buy signal. So you're long eyeballing it around 40 cents. And last month it did get above 100% above the mid-Bollinger Band, so it's probably going to start the consolidation. But from 40 cents to, we're about $2 right now. So, but anyhow, that was your buy signal. This probably happened, looks like about November, December of last year also. Here's the ones that just starting to go. So I said before, I think the big stocks that have the big run-ups are going to consolidate, and they're going to go back down to the smaller ones and start to focus. I think some money's going to go back to the smaller ones, and they're going to start going. And here's one of the smaller ones that actually gave a signal in September. You had a sign of strength. You notice how big this volume is compared to what's happened in the past. It's the highest volume going back to mid-2023. So that's definitely a sign of strength through the mid-Bollinger Band. It has to go through and close above the mid-Bollinger Band. You got a little consolidation going on now, but something of a bigger scale is going on. Since this is a monthly chart, you're closing above the mid-Bollinger Band. You got a little consolidation going on right now, but some money in the know, somebody, that knows about this company, or a group of individuals thought this company was a good buy, and that's and you call that the smart money. So smart money, this one's got in looks like about 1.75 million shares on, that was on September of last month, which historically, over the last 2.5 years, was the biggest month ever through a mid-Bollinger Band. So I'm thinking this stock, which is Walker Lane Resources, I don't have the symbol up there. This is the Canadian signal. So it's not, the price coming in 19 cents, so maybe American, it might be around 15 cents, thereabouts there anyhow. I think this stock is about to begin an upswing. How big an upswing, don't know. But it's probably going to be at least a multi-month, if not a multi-time. The last consolidation, really I didn't put the consolidations in here, but how high is this stock going to go? Don't know. But this is the early stages of the rally, so it's just starting. Here's another one. This is Weather Heaven Corpse, and it also had if you notice there, a gigantic monthly, right through the monthly Bollinger Band. So this one's starting to go too. So got it all in.
I appreciate the walkthrough and all those charts and all those equities, man, and the breakdown. I appreciate it always, Tim. Have a great couple days, and we'll talk to you on Thursday, man.
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much. Folks, come right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter. A must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN. Educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. We got the S&Ps up by 20 points. Market trade a little bit off those highs in the last 35 minutes or so, but we got a market up by 0.3%. NASDAQ 100, NVIDIA. You talk about partnerships, man. All right, let's break it down for a moment, okay, in terms of some of these partnerships. So they have an agreement for 100,000 self-driving Uber vehicles with NVIDIA technology, okay? Stellantis is going to be among the first automakers to deliver robotaxis. Stellantis is up by 3.2%. Uber actually in the red today. You have a partnership with Lucid. You have NVIDIA saying they're going to ship 20 million of their latest generation chips. They only shipped 4 million of Hopper. They're going to ship 20 million. CrowdStrike, okay? They got to deal with CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike up by 3.3%. Palantir up by 0.3%. Palantir, pack that will pair NVIDIA's technology with the company's ontology platform. And then Eli Lilly as well, to build the most powerful supercomputer owned and operated by a pharma company, and it's going to rely on 1,000 NVIDIA Blackwell AI accelerator chips. All right, after the bell today, we get Meta and we get Google. Meta up by 0.1%, Google down by 0.6%, NVIDIA pushing that $5 trillion mark. And man, keep the people in Jamaica and the islands over there in your thoughts, folks, because boy, that Hurricane Melissa, yes, it is bearing down, and that is a sad deal, and people are in real danger, and there's millions of them, and the infrastructure in Jamaica just not equipped for the type of devastation that's coming there. So keep them in your thoughts. Some tough times going on there right now. Folks, thanks so much for tuning in. That was a quick hour. S&P up by 21 points. We got, as I mentioned, Meta and Google after the bell. S&P's up by 0.3% right now. Gold contract saves itself a bit. Off the low of 39.01 to 39.06. But check out that VIX. Okay, this market has pushed higher almost all day. And look at that VIX pushing higher. Keep those spikes up on your back, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. We'll see you back here.